In this video, we're going to look at how we create a new page and link it from the main menu. Notice that we're working in two tabs using the Firefox browser. And the reason for this is so that we can make changes here in the back end with the administrator and then check and see what they look like in the front end, in the website itself. So let's go to the back end. And we're going to follow the menu path Content Article Manager. And we're going to create a new article, a new page. So Joomla calls pages articles. So we're going to give the page a title. And we're going to give it the same alias. Now, the alias can be used by components that create search engine friendly URLs. And that means that the URL can actually be read. It doesn't have strange characters in it. If you're not sure whether you're using a search engine friendly URL component, I would just use the same alias as I do the title. We don't want them to be too long, so just bear that in mind. If your title is quite long, maybe shorten the alias somewhat if you're fairly certain that you will be using search engine friendly URLs at some point. Now, you'll notice that you can section pages. Obviously, the section has to exist before you start creating it, or you can have them uncategorized or unsectioned and uncategorized. So we are going to create a plain, simple page of content that isn't in a section and it's not in a category. It's perfectly acceptable, as I said. The reason we tend to use sections and categories is if we are using components that create dynamic content or do things with your content. For example, a latest news module might grab an article or articles from a specific section or category and display the titles so that they can be clicked from any page and take you to those articles. But if you're not creating content that needs to be dynamically used or displayed, then it's quite all right to use uncategorized content. And if for anybody who used to use the older version of Joomla, this relates to static content, as it was called. So let's go into the content area, and we're going to paste some content in. Now, I tend to use TextPad because it creates nice unformatted text, and the reason that we use unformatted text is because our web developer creates a CSS, a style sheet, that tells the website how text should look, and it keeps it consistent throughout the site. What you don't want to be doing is creating all sorts of styled, formatted text on a page-by-page basis. So we put in completely unformatted text, and of course it's perfectly all right to type it in as you go along. I would suggest that if you're making it up as you go along, so to speak, that you click apply or save as I go along frequently so that you don't lose your content. It's all too easy for the phone to ring and you forget that you are working and you lose it all because you get timed out. So be careful to use the apply button frequently. Apply will keep you in the page and save your work. Okay, so we can see here it's been saved. But it means that we can continue to work on the content if we want to. So we have a page of training content. We've got a title, and we're going to save it properly now. So we're saving it, and this will take us out and back into the article manager. Now, if we go to the website, we won't see, if I refresh the page even, we will not see that content appear yet. And that's because Joomla separates content from menu links. So you create your content first, and then you create the means by which people are going to get to that content. For now, the general rule is that if a page doesn't have a menu link, then it's not a page until it does have one. So let's go into the back end and see how we create a menu link. So we're going to follow the menu path, and we're going to go to the main menu. Notice it's got a star by the side of it. That means that it's the menu that drives the site. Okay, so this is the main menu. This is the menu without which the site cannot function. So we're going to create a new menu link, and it's a link to an article, so we select articles. And then we have some options, different types of article links. And what we want is a general article layout, just a nice single article. So we're going to give the title, which is the name of the link, i.e. what will people see in that main menu to click on to go to that page, and we're just going to call it training. And then we're going to select the article that we created. And there it is. So we select that article. That populates the link field with the URL of the article. And we're going to keep it top. Now top is anything that can be seen when you're on any page at the top level. So that's top. That's Joomla's idea of top. So let's save that. Note that menu links, when they're created, always default to last position. We don't see it here, but when we refresh the page, we can click F5 on our keyboard or reload. We now have a link to the training page. And there's our training page. So this is how you create a brand new page of content and link it using a menu link on the main menu.